Forgot what notes I was playing. Yo, what's up? Welcome. It's Aiden. Whatever. I always forget what to say when I play first. Playing bass trombone. I wanted to talk a little bit. I just played this stupid exercise that I got from Ralph Sauer, actually. Just a thing to kind of make you play with a larger sound in the lower register. It's good to make that kind of even. Not all of those were even, but it was pretty good. I'm going to talk today about the fundamentals pyramid. Ta-da! So, anytime you hear a really amazing musician, kind of doesn't matter what they play, do something really amazing. For me, it's James Markey playing this really easy saxophone piece with the Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra when he was 19 years old. I'm going to link that in the description. I think it's, in my opinion, the most beautiful tenor playing that's on YouTube. And it's James Markey when he was 19. Anytime you hear something like that, and that's just my example, and I'm going to reference it a few times, that person has done a whole iceberg's worth of work to get to that top level of music, right? And so I refer to that as the fundamentals pyramid. At the very top, the nose, where my nose is music. At the very top, you get to play music at the very top. Maybe, you know, the capstone of it is music. That capstone doesn't just float in midair by itself. You don't get to just make music without having any kind of basis underneath it at all, right? That'd be super cool if you could just wake up one day and be able to play things. Some people, I just watched a documentary about a guy who had a traumatic brain injury when he was a kid and he can play piano really well now. Okay, yeah, those cases are pretty far and few between, right? Few and far between, there we go. For the rest of us, we have to fill out, we have to build that fundamentals pyramid to get to this point. This is a mistake everybody makes, I think, at some point or another. At least most of us do. You hear someone like Joe Alessi play whatever it is, and you go, ooh, how is he doing that? And you know, maybe you buy his instrument and his mouthpiece, and you do like an exercise that works on high range or something, and you're like, man, why can't I do this? And it's not so much that he has done just those couple things to get to that point. He's built up the entire pyramid to get to that point. Joe Alessi is probably one of those people who has the most complete pyramid. There's no bricks missing. Everything in the pyramid is built and it's just solid all the way to the top. So he just kind of gets to play music all the time. And he's constantly repairing the pyramid and, like, you know, adding bits to it and stuff. He's not just letting it sit as is and slowly crumble. Taking this as metaphor as far as I can. Dang it. And a lot of us are still down here somewhere. Maybe we're even down here or down here. Working on that fundamentals pyramid, slowly building it up. Slowly trying to get it so that we get to all the way to this point, and then you can go bing, and you put on the capstone, and then you can play real music. That's not to say that you can't be a musical player, and I just want to put aside in here, you can't avoid being a musical player all the way up until that point. You can still play music. It's just not ever going to be as effective as someone who has the entire pyramid built, who has all their fundamentals in a row. They can do everything, right? And so I ran into this yesterday. I made that video for you guys talking about articulating long tones. I played those really well. I felt great, actually. I played a couple other things, and then I went straight from that to sight reading these really difficult etudes. I was just like, you know what, I need to play etudes. And so I got these etudes out, and I just like hacked through them. I felt really terrible about it. Like I couldn't sight read very well. I was making bad sounds everywhere. I was super out of tune. And I was just kind of frustrated. I went back and played some fundamentals and stuff. And I didn't really think about it. And then later I talked to a friend, and he was just like, because we're kind of going through the same thing. He's working on a bunch of fundamentals. He's a horn player. And he was just like, oh yeah, I haven't even started playing music yet. I don't feel like I can really apply everything that I'm doing in my practice to etudes or solos or whatever. And I was like, duh. I basically just went from kind of like the bottom level of the pyramid, I'm working on these really simple things, to the very top. And I just tried to like skip all these levels of the pyramid without even thinking about it. I was just like, oh, I'm totally cool. I'm just going to read through these etudes. And then guess what? I couldn't, because you don't get to skip any levels in the pyramid, right? What I should have done is maybe chosen a section of an etude, played it really slowly, made it feel really good, do all the right things, and then eventually speed it up and play that section at tempo and feel really good about it. Rather than just going 100%, I'm just going to read this at tempo and see what happens, and probably not do any really good practice. I did learn a lesson, but not really something that I can apply to my playing, which is, in the end, what I always want to do. So, super long-winded way to say, practice the easy stuff so that you can eventually play the hard stuff. And basically everyone that you see who can do the hard stuff has already gone through this, and they have an entire pyramid built. Build your pyramids. See you guys next time.